This is for the one who ain't never had a love, yeah. This one's for the girl who don't feel like she's enough, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one's for the cool kid playing on the school team, crying to himself cause he never had the prom queen. Head full of wants, but they said it's just a pipe dream, yeah. This one's for the kids like me, they ain't never had one day. The ladies always turn their cheek, but they ain't let the fat ones sing. This one's for the kids like me, kept working when they had nothing. When people try to take their dreams, they stuck it to them, please don't change. For the nerds.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Alex Cuesta Show. How is everybody doing out there on this Wednesday, November 5th, 2025? David, I'm tired. How about you?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that very much so right now.
Yeah,
Just taking care of some things on the other screen.
I am tired. That is my takeaway for this intro. Nothing more.
Perfectly fine.
Nothing less.
Perfectly fine. If I, for anyone watching, if I go in and out, it's because my wiring doesn't want to cooperate today. So we'll see how that works out.
David's being dumb. That's just what it is. The bottom
Yeah.
line. He's being dumb. But we appreciate everyone out there that's watching, wherever you're watching from, YouTube, X, Facebook, Kick, Rumble. We appreciate you all. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe. And I'm still trying to push it. If you have a Rumble account and you are watching, make sure to go over there and subscribe to us there. We always need a backup because we don't always have the most kosher of people for YouTube. So if we ever get kicked off, we want to make sure that you're already there on Rumble, ready to go. So please go make an account, subscribe, do all that fun stuff over there. So Dave, last week you tortured me. I found out about iDubbbz. You sent me a video and all of his trials and tribulations, and it didn't get any better, Dave.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
It didn't get any better because of the fucking Halloween costume. And it's like,
I love it.
You know what? It's funny.
I love it.
There were still people trying to stand by him. And after that Halloween costume, the amount of fuck it, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. It was just insane. So
can't do it anymore.
Can't do it anymore. Like it's so emasculated at that point.
I love it.
Like, he's
I
such
love
a
it,
cock.
man.
So
I love it, man.
Learned about iDubbbz 2 weeks ago. We talked to Darren Bruce, executive producer of the DJ sessions, and that was fun. That was just fun. He is a mover and shaker, get shit done. That's one of the biggest takeaways I got there is you're not stopping Darren Bruce, man. He just fucking moves and doing some really cool stuff over there in the, Seattle, Washington area. And the DJ sessions are awesome. People should go check him out and just keep his name around because he's told us he's working on some bigger stuff. And I feel like that's going to happen. So definitely go give that show a check out and go follow Darren everywhere because he's a guy that gets things done. If you like EDM and that type of stuff, he's a person you want to follow.
Yeah.
So this week, Dave, we're trying to bring it back. We are trying to run it back with our past guest who we tried to have him on. It didn't work because his connection was balls. But we're doing it again. Let's bring him on. He is our boy, SideEFCT. He's here. What's up, brother?
Yo, what up, bro? What up,
How's
Alex?
it
What up, Dave? Thanks.
He's on the inverse casting couch.
Yeah, the inverse. What goes on there, Dave?
Y'all some freaks, man.
The inverse of the casting couch. Nothing bad.
I don't know. Is a girl going to show up and be like, I can't offer you money at this time, SideEFCT. But we just have to.
Oh, that's still the casting
couch. After we film you doing disgusting things, then maybe we can get you some work.
You'll never know what goes on over here, man.
That might be a fun little documentary right there, like an inside the studio documentary. Just do live streams of just nothing but what you guys are fucking saying and doing while you're in there. That might be some money.
We actually have been thinking about doing like different like IRL streams on like Twitch and
Do it.
doing different like blog series and stuff, just because we want to increase like our social media presence. You know what I mean?
It's not a
People
bad
love the
idea.
IRL shit. People love that.
Don't go to foreign countries and bother them. You could end up in jail for a long time.
And I found out from another one of the shows that one of our friends of our show, Stuttering Craig on Side Scrollers, don't make a documentary going to a festival where a bunch of Indian men throw cow shit at each other. It's a festival after Diwali
Yes,
where they just cover themselves in cow shit and throw it at each other.
yes.
Yeah, I seen that on Instagram the other day. I ain't believe it was shit at first, but
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a thing.
It
It's
is.
a
you
thing.
know what? I know like in some countries, I don't know if it's like Hinduism or what, but like the cow is sacred. So
It's
Hinduism.
India. India,
people,
they're Hindus. Yeah.
they bathe in the urine and like they
Motherfucker,
do
you
all
can't
types of
catch
stuff.
me throwing shit at people. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't care. Like, listen, I don't care if that was your ancient tradition, right? That was your ancient tradition. That's what your ancestors, I can't say ancient, your ancient tradition.
Struggling.
It's like, I don't care what that was. If you're modernizing, you stop throwing cow shit at each other, right? Like, that ain't it.
Facts,
Like,
bro.
nice country at this point for the most part, right? We think of India as a country that's really coming into modernization. They have a shit ton of money. They have the most the population is the biggest in the world now. Stop throwing fucking cow shit at each other. Like that's just weird, man.
Yeah, that one I can't get with that one. I don't know what they on out there.
No. No, just listen, and listen, we can respect cultural things, but you know what? Outside of respecting it, we can still fucking make fun of cultural things that are weird. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're something you do in your culture is fucking weird, I'm gonna make fun of it. And that's just not being insensitive, because you know what? Everyone makes fun of Americans. Everyone around the world makes fun of Americans, our culture, like shit we eat. So you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna make fun of them too, and they deserve it. You're throwing shit at each other.
If it's funny, it's funny. If it's weird, it's weird.
Exactly.
And sometimes the
Exactly.
weird things are funny.
Oh my god, absolutely, and especially when they're brought to light and things like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we haven't talked to you. It's been like about a month now that we tried to have you on, and we had technical difficulties. Since this past month, anything new in the music world for you? Anything new going on? Any projects you're working on? We talked about the movie a little that you were, involved in. Any new projects that you want to bring to light? Things that are coming out?
Yeah, so I have I collabed on a project with an artist named Portia Simone. She's one of the singers who tours with Lana Del Rey.
Nice.
So she's getting ready to release her lead single in about a month, actually. And then she's going to be dropping, periodically up until April, and then the full project is going to come out as one. So it's my first like big project, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, that I've done. I produced and mixed and mastered all of the songs on the project. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah, it was a great experience just working with her and learning so much different stuff,
How often does it work in the industry like that? Like, obviously, like the backup singers and stuff, like they pay their dues, right? Like they're there, or they're doing like, obviously we saw, I think Kesha's a famous one when she was on with Flowrider, right round and stuff, and had to fight to get her name put in there. But like, that's where she really started. Is that common where a lot of these like backup singers are incredibly talented? They will work for a little while in the industry with these artists, and then they strategically take their chance and make a project. Is that a common thing in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that situation more often than anything else because, I mean, it's like, people go to be an intern to get their foot in the door. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So with music, there's so many different places to fit in. So it's kind of like you get in where you fit in, and then once the money comes, then it's a lot easier to execute. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because I mean, at least when it comes to music, like it's really a numbers game,
Yep.
and money it sways the game a lot. You know what I mean? So the
100%.
more money you have, a lot the much more easier it's gonna be to move and do what you got to do. So, um, but yeah, I mean, you got people like Nav, you know what I mean, who was a producer for years, a major producer
Yep.
before anybody even heard of him.
Hmm.
Same with Pierre Bourne. Let's see, Anderson Paak, Bruno Mars, they were writers for years, even
Yeah, yeah.
Future, you know what I mean? Like,
And it's
people didn't
funny, it
hear.
takes Bob to get Bruno out to us, right? Like B.O.B.
Yeah,
was the guy, and he's the one that brought Bruno
exactly.
out to us with Beautiful Girls. And then all of a
Exactly.
sudden, we just realized we were hearing the voice of an angel, and then
Mhm.
Bruno blew up, right? And it's like, so it's like it's crazy, just like these little breaks that people get. Now, from your experience too, because you've kind of gone the gamut with your genre, like going from like rap to being more of a singer and things like that. Do you find that it's easier to maybe get like these backup roles as a singer because a lot of these artists will need those backup artists to do overlays and stuff? Where if you're in rap and hip hop, you're mostly on your own. You could be with a crew, but you're not necessarily the one that's rapping. You're there to support, you're there to be on stage, hype up, right? So there's not as many opportunities without dropping your own stuff or maybe getting a feature thrown your way from a friend. Like, is it a little easier with that backup singer, or do you feel like rap crews have it a little easier at times?
Um, I mean, it kind of just depends on what side of the coin you're looking at,
Yeah.
because with singers and like pop artists and stuff, like really any genre outside of rap, you just see larger teams. You know
Yep.
what I mean? The studio sessions have a lot more people involved. Like an album I was just working on, it's me, Dirty Bird, my boy Kirk on the guitar, we got Micro on the drums. Like it's so many people involved in a project, whereas at least in my experience with like rap artists, you know it'll be the artist in there and then a bunch of girls or like their friends or something like that, but nobody's actually contributing to the record. You know what I mean? So I think it's easier for singers just because you have more people and more brains working, but it can also be easier for that loner, that rapper or whatever, because you don't have so many people, you don't have so many cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? So you're just able to
Do you feel
focus
like it's
more on
also
that.
Do you feel like it's also maybe the competitive nature of rap still, where it's like rap is still very much there's a lot of moxie, a lot of bravado in rap, still more than any other genre, right? Because if you're there, you're talking shit, you're hyping yourself up, you're flossing. That's part of that bravado. Is
Mhm.
it one of those things where like you don't want to bring too many people in, right? Like that's why like there's maybe like small cliques, right? Like OVO runs hard, and you got obviously like Dre and M and 50, like they're still all together, but it's smaller, right?
Yeah.
There's not as much there. Is it because of just the nature of rap where shit talking's a part of it? Calling yourself the best is a part of it, where you don't hear that with other genres. Is that kind of just like a bravado thing? Like I'm not bringing in a whole crew because it's all about me. I am the one.
Yeah, I think it definitely is a part of it. Like, the artist's ego is always gonna be involved. And also like with rap, like it's kind of looked down upon to have other people helping you with your record. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
no one wants a ghostwriter, right? If they find out there's a
yeah,
ghostwriter, like that's a big deal. Like being a
that's the worst thing that can
and it's
happen.
so funny because in pop, right? Like we know like Taylor Swift is writing a shit ton of music for people. Ed
Mm,
Sheeran doing the same. Like your biggest artist, it's a known secret that things get written and then they get passed around to different artists, and whatever artist
yeah.
they think sounds the best, where it's like in hip hop, we can use Drake. Drake's one of the biggest ones. People
Mhm.
have been saying that Drake has had ghostwriters forever, right? And it's like whether or not he does, I will give Drake this. I have not been a massive Drake fan since probably Marvin's Room. Like, right? Like I think like once he started singing more, I've kind of backed off him. But I'm
Mhm.
never going to deny the fact that the dude has flow. He can flow. He's a good rapper. But for me, it's like you grew up in the suburbs of Toronto, and your biggest grievance is your mom and dad got divorced, but you were a child actor. Like, what are you really rapping the blues about, right? Like, that's what rap is. It's the blues. Like, what are your blues about? But
Uh,
I'm not denying his talent. So it's like, but for him, he kind of overcame it. But in the beginning, that was a big deal. It's like people are ghostwriting for Drake. And that was a big, big thing. And you don't want to be known as someone that has ghostwriters. Like, is that still a huge thing?
I mean, for sure, it's like in the rap game, is especially just because you're expected, everything that you're saying is expected to just be true. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so just having somebody else write it already gives that doubt, like this ain't really your life, that you're rapping about.
Yeah.
But me, I'm objective minded, you know what I mean? Whatever it take to get this bag, this is what we gonna do.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So and I also understand that, like, because I really love music, at its core. So it's just like a song don't always gotta be about the person that's singing it. You know what I mean? You can make a song about a moment in time, a feeling that you had in this one moment, or somebody else had, or you saw somebody else do. Like, it don't always got to be about you. So with me, I don't really be caring about it so much, but I definitely understand why people tend to keep that stuff a secret.
100%. So, real quick caveat, Ty saying, hey, what's happening? And that we'll be driving, pick the kids up while I listen. So, caveat, we appreciate you. We're hanging out with Side Effect, running it back, talking about the industry and stuff. And then Matt Santos, what's up, brother? I'm saying, where the F is
What
Dave?
up, Matt?
And saying, what up, dot, dot, dot. Don't make me use the government name. Matt trying to sit here and be a clown. But no, we appreciate you, Matt. David is having technical difficulties and he is trying to come in and out. So we are going to
No, I'm on
figure
the
it
phone.
out.
Yeah, sorry, no.
So what do we
Sorry.
got? Side Effect getting blown up over here.
Yeah, we got people coming into the studio.
No, it's all
How
good.
you
What up,
doing?
studio people?
I'm just
What
going
up,
into
Executive?
another what up, gang?
We're getting a real look at what it's like to be a part of the industry right here. Like we are getting an inside look. As Dave is trying to get his mic to work. Dave's
I
mic
think it is
just,
working
oh,
now.
hey, there he is. What up, Dave?
For some reason, it wasn't allowing it to pick up while I re-put it on the other one, so I just had to drop and come back.
Stop touching wires.
I'm not.
Okay.
That's the thing. I'm not.
You suck.
Can you
But
guys see me all right in there? Is the lighting all right?
Yeah, that's good enough.
that's fine. You look awesome. It's like a neon little like thing going on here.
Now, the side effect. There was a recent story that came out about a rap song not being in the top 100 since
Yeah.
1990.
Since Bismarcky.
Yeah. So that recently just happened. I think it was Luther that dropped out of top 100. Now there's no
top
technically
100 or what though?
Billboard top 100 itself, like
Yeah.
the whole Billboard.
Now you could say that you don't care about Billboard, but I still think that it's a little indicative of something that
I don't know
there's not one
how,
in there since 1990.
I mean, I would really have to look at the details of that because Gunna dropped Drip Too Hard
Mhm.
years ago, and that went number one, did it not?
But no, we're talking about like recent,
No,
like over the
yeah.
recent charts, like over the past
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
This is
the
the
recent
first
charts
time on
haven't
the
had
weekly
a rap
Billboard Top
song in
100
the top
charts
Got you.
100.
that there isn't a hip hop song in
Yeah.
it.
And
I'll
there's
put it like this,
there's
and
one
I
in
tell
there
everybody
since
the same thing, right? So, for years, the South has really run the rap game. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like
Yep.
at first, it was like New York and like the Northeast region, but in recent times, it's just been the South. And then the whole foundation of the South for mad long after outcasting everybody
Mhm.
was YSL. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Um, Nothing was moving without them, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that whole indictment happened, and then them being gone for so long, it was like the slack had to be picked up in other areas. So then
Yeah,
you had
somewhere.
artists blowing up in Texas, and you got this guy over here in Kansas. You know what I mean? Like
And then the
everybody's just
Midwest
looking.
really popped up, like Tech trying to prop up with Strange and stuff like that.
So people were just looking for that fix elsewhere. You know what I mean? But now you got these guys that are out, but they can't talk about the same shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because it's not believable no more. So it's like, we as consumers were being fed something, the same thing for so long, and now it's not being supplied the same way. So now we like, damn, like where are we gonna get it from? You know what I mean?
So
But
Matt has a question. Matt, when you ask it, we'll bring it up. You can ask questions.
but yeah, I think that honestly, all right. So my dad has this saying. He's always like, "No game changes, only the players do." Right. So I think that music is getting back to what it was. You know what I
Hope
mean?
so.
It's like away from all the gimmicks, away from what I mean. Like it's getting back to its soul. You know what I
So
mean?
real quick on that, are we gonna get away from like club ready rap songs? Because it used to be a hip hop artist puts out a song and then DJ Clue, someone takes it, chops it, makes it a club song, right?
Mhm.
Now every rap song is ready for the club. DJs don't got to do nothing. They're working with these EDM artists and they're putting flows over club ready songs. Are we gonna
Mhm.
and that's the thing. Like once we got away from the South, we saw a lot of that, right? Because the chopped and screwed went away. Trap kind of went away, and especially, obviously, Migos was kind of bringing up that like trap mutter, and then obviously there was the death, so Migos kind of goes away. So that was kind of like the last vanguard, I feel like, right there. And the ASAP crew's not doing as much as they do, and they were still pretty true to hip hop, more or less. So it's weird too, right? Because we see that that's still there because Eminem drops The Death of Slim Shady with a whole lot of traditional rap songs and traditional rappers on it, and it was a massive success. And every time Kendrick drops something real, it's a massive success. So there is still that hunger, I think, for traditional, hip hop and rap. So do you see, from what you're seeing in the studio, more artists coming in and doing that rap version of the blues again and getting away from only flossing, only talking about girls, and just getting into doing a little bit of both, a little flossing, a little women, but also this is my life. This is what happened, me getting out of that shit.
Hell no. I didn't see none of that. Like the only people that I really see that from are the people who are like, you can kind of tell are just getting started with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, it's just because people see where the money is at. You know what I mean? The money right now is in pop and country is
100%.
getting its bag and stuff. So, we always gonna have the sauce. So it's just like everybody's just trying to put their sauce into something different to go get that other bag. You know what I mean? And
100%.
I mean, I agree with it. Like, you can't be mad at somebody chasing that bag, but what I do appreciate about it is that it's forcing people to kind of push more boundaries and develop new sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I always go back to when Lil Wayne came out with Prom Queen and he had the electric guitar, and we're like, what the, like,
dude, I loved Rebirth.
you know what
I
I'm
thought
saying? Like,
Rebirth was one of his funnest little mixtapes he did. I know a lot of people hate Rebirth, but people don't know Wayne's a skateboarder. Wayne's a punk rocker from the South that also liked country music. Like, Wayne is an anomaly. He just happens to be really good at trap, but he is in everything, which is why he did a song with friggin' Limp Bizkit when he signed them to Young Money. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that's him.
Weezy definitely laid the path for a lot of this stuff, whether people want to give him his credit or not, but yeah, I just to answer your question, I definitely do not be seeing that.
Now, what I don't understand, because you brought up Migos, Alex, is why Cardi B thought it was a good decision to just leave Offset to go and just get with NFL Offset and Diggs. Like, it makes no sense at all. There's no logic behind that decision.
Bro, like, these bitches don't move off of logic, bro. Like these bitches just be doing shit. Like,
wasn't there a whole reason for leaving Offset cheating, and then you get with Stephon Diggs? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it'd be like, this is what I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, people with that kind of money, it's like having a baby don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It really just don't matter. Like, they just be doing shit for tax breaks and whatever they get out of it. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I think the thing too, it's like when you think about like the female rapper situation, God, they're so barren right now. Like, it ain't good. Like, when the top girls, like, I think out of all the female rappers that are popular right now, the only one that would maybe have had a shot in the 90s of any sort of survival is Nicki. Maybe. But it's like when you have a song like WAP come out and everyone goes crazy, and it's like, yo, this is a very mild song on one of Lil' Kim's albums, right? Like, nobody cares. Like, that's how Lil' Kim, nobody cares. Like, she sang. And the thing is, it's like you see like all the female rappers of back in the day. You have your Foxy Brown, you have Missy, you have Lil' Kim, Eve, Left Eye, Rah Digga, like Trina. Like, you had so many talented, and now it's just kind of like Doja Cat. Like, you kidding me? They would have made fun of Doja Cat to her face and she would have went somewhere. It's like, I think that the quality of the hip hop artist too is not where it once was either. We need to and I don't know if it's a product of, like you said, just trying to get the bag and not being able to be themselves, right? Or is it just the crop ain't there right now?
Well, I mean, truly, the whole system is different now. Like, in those times when you had your Foxy Browns and Missy Elliott's, like, labels were still doing artist development.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
not
true.
even a department anymore. You know what I mean? So
Didn't even
it's
think of
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
like you're as an artist, right? If you're not coming in to the game with a already built like foundation, then the label gonna tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What songs to make, who to collab with, all that kind of stuff. So it's like after you get past a certain point, decisions don't be yours no more. You literally just be a hammer, and they point you what nail you gotta. You know what I mean?
So was that what SoundCloud and stuff changed where artists were able to get a following? And has that taken any power away from the labels where you can have an artist that's coming in with maybe hundreds of thousands of fans already and they're bringing value? Like you said, instead of an artist being made by a label, these artists are coming with, you know, 10,000, like 100,000 Instagram followers, so many
Mhm.
X followers, a following on SoundCloud. And now they're going to a label and saying, hey, I could bring this and more to you. Like, is it more mutual where these artists have a little bit of negotiation power now?
Um, it's still like a case by case basis because like having the followers and stuff, like the numbers don't always equate to dollar signs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what the
Yeah.
labels care about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are you able to sell a ticket? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if you're in a position where you got your merch popping, your
Hmm.
ticket sales is
Mhm.
popping, and you really got motion, then you can walk into the room like I'm already making this. So what can y'all do to add on to what I already got
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on? But if you're somebody who just got the numbers, but you don't know what to do with it, the
Yeah.
label going work they move on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like it's right now in a time where you have all these streaming services and you can be your own distribution, and collect your own royalties. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the artist has more power than they've ever had before, but there's no power without the knowledge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if
You know,
if
I didn't even think about the, I'm thinking about it now. I didn't even think about the fact that there is no artist development, right? Because you used to remember all the songs like Def Jam would get a shout out, Shady Aftermath, Death Row. Like you would get these shout outs to the labels that
Mhm,
on almost every song they would talk about, and you don't have that anymore. I really didn't, that didn't even compute that that went away. And I don't even know like when that actually stopped happening because it
mhm,
was such a common thing to do. Like, because again, you were getting brought up by them. So you were giving a shout out to the people that helped make you. And I
yep.
don't know if that was contractually obligated or not. Maybe it was, but the thing is though, you don't hear it anymore, and it's pretty. Obviously, like how many times did Jay-Z talk about The Rock, right? Like it
Mhm,
was always involved, and it was just such a thing, and it became like just a common phrase, right? Like
yeah.
one of the big Snoop Dogg. We remember Death Row is a label that pays, man. Like it's a massive thing that again, it didn't click that that wasn't being done anymore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like even in that time, like you needed a label.
Yes,
Without
Yeah.
the label,
yes,
you are
yeah.
not getting on the radio. You were not being heard without the label.
Mhm.
You know what I
Because they
mean?
would pay the airplays too. They would call the radio and they knew that
Yeah.
they had something.
Now
And
you just need to find yourself on a TikTok edit with your 5-second
Literally,
snippet of a song that people want to listen to over and
literally.
over again.
yeah, yeah.
You can do a dance with a watermelon on your head and play your song in the background. Now you
Yeah.
got 5 million views.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
So is there also something to be said too? Because I think you see a lot more of like high quality music videos from
mhm,
unknown people, right? Like it's so much cheaper to get like a decent camera, a gimbal, like things like that, and make a
mhm,
decent video where again, that was something that you needed to use a label for. You at least need to have someone with a deep pocket to help you
mhm,
do. But like I'll scroll through Instagram and every once in a while, like I'll see like a rock band that I like and I'll watch a set by them. And then all of a sudden I'm getting like 9 different rock bands I never heard of. And these videos are like high quality videos. And it's like, how the fuck are they making these videos? I know these people aren't famous,
mhm,
but so has the cheapening of everything and the ability to kind of make things kind of change the game too? Because music videos are still important and that helps
mhm.
to kind of get the following, especially. But now
Yeah.
again, you're not relying on somebody else, a label to do it for you anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, so like this contributes to the fact that like the superstar is no more because everybody has access. Anybody can make a song. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and David can make a song right now. You know
I
what I'm
mean, we're
saying?
gonna need
I'm not
we're gonna
doing
need, what is it, Suno or whatever? We'll need Suno to do that for us. It ain't gonna be us.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like with so many people able to make a song, so many people able to pick up a camera, so many
Yeah,
people that able to get Final Cut or Avid Media Composer or something like it's just like you don't need the label for these things anymore. But that's also why the label not doing this stuff for you no more either when you
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street, right? Because like
Yeah.
the label's not gonna invest this money if they're not gonna see the comeback from. Because again, also too, these videos used to be massive because you could get on TRL, you can get on VH1's countdown, you can get on and get more views. Now MTV's not showing music videos anymore. VH1 hasn't shown music videos in 25 years. At least here's the thing: MTV hasn't shown it on MTV proper, but they had MTV Jams, they had MTV 90s. Like they were still showing these things at somewhere. Now it's all gone. So it's like, what's the value in the video now? Get it on Vivo on YouTube. That's about it, really? Or maybe show it on an Instagram reel. Like you still need them, but is that going away? Do you feel like that's going to go away in the industry soon? The actual music video being a necessity?
No, because the music video it's always been a way to tie everything together, to make everything make sense. Who this artist is, what they look like, what their music and what the mood is that they're trying to convey. Like the music video has always served that purpose. So I mean, you can make a million reels, but a reel is never ever going to sink in you like a music video will.
No.
I don't care how good it is, so I don't think it's gonna go away. But I do think that the more people that have access to do these things at a high quality, what's going to matter and take over is creativity once again. It's not going to matter that everybody can do this. It's really like you're really going to have to be creative. You know what I mean? And
I will say
I
this.
can't wait.
The labels are still just creating people, though, because what fucking value does Tate McRae add to anything? Like, she just came out of nowhere. Really?
Who?
Looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
Tate McRae. She looks okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, it's not like
No. Tate
it's not the
McRae looks
same
like
that we used to have, but it
Tate
still
McRae looks like a coked up college soccer player. That's all she looks like.
And a lot,
and she ain't
a lot of guys are really
like
cool with
Billie
that,
and like
dude.
Billie Eilish can't fucking sing. Billie Eilish is officially the Amy Winehouse of this generation, where we're
No
being
cap.
told she can sing, but she really can't sing that well. It's I'm tired of all this shit.
Amy
They are.
Winehouse's rendition of Valerie is fantastic.
You have one good song doesn't make you very good. Amy Winehouse
That
was not that
doesn't matter.
talented. I don't
That
care.
Dapo will hurt you for that.
That
one.
Dapo doesn't know shit. Okay. but so do you still see that too? Do a lot of artists still complain that they're grinding, and all of a sudden this label is just creating a young upstart? Or is it just something understood in the game that sometimes you just need to be selected?
Well, again, like people get mad because it's like, all right.
Hold on, real quick. Matt Santos saying Billie Eilish is gross. Matt, ask your question. Anyway,
it's like you're running a mile, right? And I've been training for this mile my whole life, but I can only run it in 10 minutes, right?
slow ass.
But right? But you just started training 2 weeks ago and you're already running a 5-minute mile or a 4-minute mile, right?
Damn right.
And so it's just like people get mad at that. But the thing is, like, you have to realize there are people who signing record deals with no songs released. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about the music. So
No.
people, you'll be grinding, but it's like you're grinding in the wrong area.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You need to be doing other things to make that happen for yourself. Because at the end of the day, a record deal is a business deal between two or more parties. You know what I'm saying? So if your business ain't together, you can't. There's not even a contract to be read for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't even do business with you because your shit not right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people would be in the studio all the time. I used to even do this. I used to be recording every single night, like for years, just thinking that the music was going to take off by itself. But it's like the time needs to be spent elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Connections. I feel like connections are, and we were getting to that on the last episode when you were with us, just being in the right place at the right time, or just going somewhere and meeting the right people. What have you learned just from being there? And I think one of the things that I've taken away from
be at the freak offs.
always. But so wait, no, side effect. Who's running them now? Don't say that. Anyway, but so it's like one of the things that I think I've gathered from you and what you've been, doing over there is there's got to be a little aspect of patience sometimes, right? You can't, like you said, you were just grinding, making song after song after song. And I remember there was a time where you were throwing stuff out all the time. You had music videos popping up here and there on Instagram and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Is part of it making these connections, working these connections, shaking the right hands, but also being patient as you're doing it while pushing at the same time?
Yeah, for sure. Like without patience, none of this is ever going to be possible because it's never going to happen when you want it to happen. You know what I mean? Like you really gotta go through the bullshit and go through the hard times. Like that's one thing I hate when people say like industry plants and like these other terms that people be using. Like, yeah, some people have it easier than others, but it's still this is hard work at the end of the day. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
the only counter to that is some of these pop star girls don't do shit, but show up and sing songs that are made for them and dance a little. I refuse to think they work hard. All right. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, the same
Some of
thing with
them,
like a
I
lot of
refuse to think that they are
So
the
grinding
same
like
thing with a
that.
lot of streamers, to be quite honest with you. They just don't really say that much. They just
so
there.
That is true.
I will say like even in the case of those who have everything provided for them, like they still got to get up at 5 in the morning and be at this radio station for this interview and go to this clothing shoot or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like,
There's charisma and stuff that goes in with it.
yeah,
Yes.
you know what I mean? I'm not. All I'm saying is,
And no, Santos, I didn't see your question. Repost it, or you're just memeing right now. Anyway,
I
all I'm
hope
saying
he's
is,
fucking
I feel like it
gaslighting
takes away
you.
from the hard work that people put in. But you know, but back
I
to your
love this
question.
political answer from Side Effect. He's defending his own baby.
got to. But yeah, man, like
He might be
it's
working
definitely
with these pop stars one day, so he cannot talk
yeah,
any
for real.
shit
I gotta
about
be
them.
careful what I say.
Exactly.
But you know,
Here I am trying to get
it
him in
takes
trouble.
patience, man. Like, but more than patience, it takes faith, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably the number one thing that I've learned since being out here is like having faith in
So,
yourself and having faith in a higher power. You
so
know what I
when do
mean?
you become godless? When you make it, they make you become godless. Like when you make it, do they tell you to denounce everything and just
Yo, so
become like?
I'll tell you right now how this goes. So you'll have somebody come and somebody will just ask you to do something, right? And it'll be like something that's like a little weird. You know what I mean? Like
We're getting to the
whatever
freak.
it may be,
We're
but
getting scared here.
it's just a test to see if you're
Can
going
you
for that.
go? Can you go buy some baby oil for me? I can't make it. My schedule's a little tight.
It'll really be something weird like that. Like, and after
Find out
that,
they're a
then here comes
Scientologist.
the Scientology building down on Melrose. I'm telling you, don't walk past there. Don't go past.
Dude, so have you ever seen any of the creators that fuck with the Scientologists? Have you ever seen them in action? Because I'll scroll through every once in a while on my reels, and there's someone that shows up that he always fucks with the Scientologists. Whenever they're trying to talk to anyone, he sprints up and he's like, no, it's a cult. No, it's a cult. No. And
Yeah.
like they like always close the door on him, like they know who
Yeah,
he is.
now I've definitely seen those videos. I haven't seen them in person though. Like I said, I stay away from that building. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. Like, none of that. You know what I'm
What
saying?
yo, but hold up. But what if Will Smith and Tom Cruise walk up to you and say, join us and you make it?
I'm like, hey, bro.
Give us your soul and you make it.
I'm like, hey, bro. My soul belongs to God. I already got a team. If y'all trying to go get some crab legs later, we can do that.
But then you're also looking going, but what about a hundo mill right now?
Yeah.
No, you need to keep that. All right. So Santos wanted to know, why did you start messing around doing Sora? What's the ultimate goal, music or content? And he also says, Sora is the lowest brow of humor. I'm sorry, but Sora can be really fucking funny sometimes. So the celebrity deathmatch ones you did were fucking hilarious. I was cracking up at those.
Oh, I was so happy when they allowed me to do that.
So what
Bro.
is so that's a good question. What's up with Sora? What are you just having fun with it? Like what's the
Yeah, bro. I was in the studio one day and somebody told me about it. And I thought it was funny, so I made some more videos.
Just bored,
The
dog.
side effects or Instagram. I love it.
And I was like, I wonder if other people would find this funny. Like, but
Just
yeah,
bored.
I just be doing shit sometimes, bro. Like, to be honest, like,
I love it. I
yeah,
love it so much.
you
So
got to remember to have fun.
So what was the weirdest thing you've been asked to do that you think maybe no, but like maybe was an initiation, maybe not. Maybe it was just someone trying to measure their dick and use their power
What type of
against you.
massages have you
Or
had? to
maybe,
give
or
so
what
far?
was one of the weirdest questions? If you don't want to answer because because you want to work with that person at some point, you don't have to.
Nah, I ain't never been asked no weird shit. Like most people know not to say no shit, so shit like that for it to be. But um, yeah, nah, I mean, I guess like the weirdest thing, I almost had to beat this dude up in here one night because he had walked in and I had thought he had looked familiar, right?
Yeah.
Mind
Yeah.
you, we in the studio, it's low lights. I'm
Mhm.
thinking I had recorded him before.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yo, like I think I seen you somewhere. You like record here before? And he's like, no, you might have. He was like, nah, I ain't never been here before. I was like, are you on TV or anything? He's like, not no TV you want to watch. So I'm like,
Oh,
all right, that was some weird ass shit to say. So, so I just stopped asking questions.
What do
So
you mean? What do you mean by
and
that? What do you mean?
I went to the back of the studio doing my thing, whatever. He came back just like asking to hit the weed and shit, and like we don't be passing blunts to people out here.
randos, hell
You know what
no.
I'm saying? So yeah, you know what
You
I'm
ain't in
saying.
the
So
circle, get out of here.
yeah, so it's like we kept telling him like no, bro. Like he just kept asking that shit. It was just like on some weird shit, but we had to get him up out of here. Long story short, but yeah, I ain't never had no like OD shit happen to me or no shit. Like I don't play that shit.
So just quickly on that note, do you see certain artists that are tryhards that would
Hell
or
yeah.
like show like or like maybe you're out somewhere at a party and you're just seeing them basically I would call it like peacocking, right? Like they're peacocking for some of these bigger names
Man,
wanting to get that question because they'll do anything to make it type of deal.
let me tell you how easy it is because they don't waste no time. This is how you always know it's some bullshit. Somebody coming in the first thing, like I'm talking about, before they even tell you their name, they want to tell you who they know, who they met, and oh, I don't work with this person, and did this
Of
and that,
course.
and that,
And that's
and
how you know they're bullshitting.
yeah, they want to get you to follow their Instagram. Like they just be trying hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell it's just not a natural conversation. And then like some people kind of play it cool to where they try to have a conversation with you, but after you exchange the contact information and all the other stuff, the conversation died. They move on to the next. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
out here, it just be like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's easy to spot. Like you could tell that shit
Yeah.
like immediately.
I mean, you see that where people try to use you for your connects, right? Like people try to sit there, and if you're not trying to push them, then they're done with you, right? There is
Mhm.
no, I mean, listen, it's like that in all places. Some people are legitimately decent. Some people are shitheads trying to just step on everything to get to where they need to get to.
Mhm.
So listen, it is what it is. So let's talk about you a little. What's a normal day, normal night like for you currently? What you're doing in the industry? What do you do basically on a daily? What are your weekends like? Like what's a day in the life for you for Side Effect?
For sure. So that's a good question. I keep it a being with y'all. So right now, um, cause I've just been doing this full time. I haven't been working no job or nothing like that. So
Mhm.
gave away my car and everything,
Mhm.
or got rid of it, I'll say. And so when I get up,
You took the dead bodies out though, right before you did.
yeah, of course, I handle all that. I had them as my Halloween decorations, but nah. But yeah, so I get up and I walk 2 miles to the studio. When I get here, I'm either organizing files or editing videos, or if I don't gotta do that, then I'll start making some beats for some people. Um, After that, I'll usually go and like shoot some content from one of the artists that I work with. Come back, edit some more videos, and then record some music, either for somebody who's like booked the studio out, or again, like with one of the artists whose albums I've been working on. And then that'll go until I mean, most nights we're in here till about 5, 6 in the morning,
Oof,
sometimes 7.
damn.
Then yeah, I'm back at the crib.
So when you're getting into the process, like making beats or something like that, or things like that,
Mhm.
do you kind of go into it with like a certain genre in mind? Like, what is like, how are you trying to figure it out? Because you're going from like fresh beats, like you're making your beats and things like that. So, where is there a creative process? Is it something that like you went home and you thought like maybe these will work together? Let me fuck around with that tomorrow, type of thing. Like, is it constantly
My
just going through your head what might sound good?
so I approach my beats much like how I approach my songs. And that's by searching for a feeling, right? So I don't like to kind of put myself in a box and think like, oh, I want to make this kind of beat today, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless somebody's like pays me and is like, I want this specific kind of beat. But
Yeah.
if I'm just making some,
it's a good motivation.
yeah, right. But if I'm just making some, then I'll just start by playing some just different sounds and see which one moves me first. If I hear a sound that kind of inspires me, then I'll start playing around with it, and I'll just kind of take it from there.
See, that's the shit you should be live streaming. Like you should live stream beat creation process
For sure.
and just start doing it. And then like with the stream, just be like, you fuck with that? Let me know.
For
If
sure.
anyone
For
wants, like,
sure.
send super chats if you fuck with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
because I think
Yeah.
that'll be fun too for people to see the creative process and things like that. Because I know
Yeah. I gotta stop bushing and get the camera out for real.
there you go. And put the baby oil right next to it. Camera and the
Yeah,
baby
but
oil.
Hey, how
here's
you
the
doing,
thing
man?
too, like,
Gotta have
so
that couch in frame.
with this with this stuff, like we I was taught how to make beats by Dirty Bird. You know what I'm saying? He did
Yeah.
PIMP with 50 Cent and a
Yep.
whole bunch of
Yep.
other
Fuck
stuff.
yeah.
So he is real big on not giving people the sauce and shit. So like I don't even be making beats in front of people like when they hear, unless they pay me, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be so sacred of just a
So
That's
Dirty Bird
process.
different.
might kick
That's
your ass
different
if you
then.
do
Don't do
that.
it.
So yeah, no, then you
That's
can't.
different then.
You can't do that.
Not necessarily that. It's just like I don't know. My mind just don't be on filming it for. I just be in the moment.
I mean, I don't blame you. And if it's like trade secrets going down, right? It's like no ID passed around a lot to Ye, and Ye's not going to go and give that out, right? Like there's like a brotherhood there, and I can understand. Listen, you learn from one of the best, right? Because obviously, Dirty Bird has produced some of the freaking best beats around, some of the most memorable beats that if you're in hip hop, you know what it is. So I get that. I guess it's just for me, especially being in the streaming space, what we do, always trying to figure out ways to connect with that audience, right? And even if it's not like truly creating a beat, maybe it's just a fuck around session, right? You know what I mean? Where you're just going on there and just being goofy intentionally. Or maybe
Yeah,
you could sit there and try and do like a beat recreation challenge from scratch. Like, all right, give me a request for a song that you guys like that you want me to try without knowing anything about the beat structure. Let me try and recreate it, you know?
that would be pretty dope. That
Yeah.
would be pretty dope.
And you'll probably obviously throw your own twist on it, but like,
Mhm.
and if it's something like if it's a Dirty Bird song, I can't do that one. Like
Yeah, man.
that one I know. I can't do that one. You can't see that one.
That'd be OD.
But that could be fun because you could fuck around with like Drake Timbaland stuff, like all
Mhm.
those other like type of people that have, and maybe like a lot of the down south type of stuff too. That is like different than what we're hearing. I feel like that will be fun for like the true hip hop heads and it'll be a
Some might
challenge
say,
for you, right?
yeah, no, for sure. Like it'll definitely have me approaching different genres of beats and probably learn how to make beats even faster.
Find
You
samples and
know,
stuff like that too. Like, because
yeah.
obviously half of it is hearing if there's a real sample underlaying. Ye is no idea. Like they're geniuses at putting in subtle samples that you need to
Mhm.
really have an ear. Like one of my favorite things is always seeing when the people put out like this is the song inspired,
Yeah.
like that the
Yeah.
sample inspired. And then you hear it and it's like one note, one spot, and that's the sample, and it's just reoccurring. It's like Jesus
Yep.
Christmas. Like some of the producers are so ridiculously talented with that type of stuff.
I,
Like it
I
takes
mean,
an ear,
really, it's a science. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
it's really a science, and you're manipulating sound in real time. So you got to give a lot of credit to those big producers and engineers who really know what they're doing in this space.
So have you found a way to kind of put your tag on it, right? Because like people know, like you hear a Timbaland song, you know it's a Timbaland beat. You hear Dre's beats, you know it's Dre's. Like
Mhm.
there's certain things, certain tells that you know who it's from. Have you
Um,
found your kind of style in terms of making it yet where you can really differentiate? You can yourself, but if other people you know that you're friends with will know that it's yours originally or something like that?
yeah. So I like to really use like strings, like violins and cellos and stuff like that. And my melodies are sometimes like I don't know, kind of like unorthodox, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
non-traditional. So I guess like you would be able to identify it in that way. But I don't really know. I never really thought about it for real.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them do. You know what I mean? I think it's just kind of
Mhm.
how they make their music, and eventually you hear it enough, and they like there's something that's a calling card in there that they might not intend to, but it's
Yeah.
just stylistic, right? Like in rappers sometimes will say certain things the
It's like
same
how
way in the
people
same.
write novels, how you could write
Yes,
a whole bunch of
yes,
different novels or short stories, but your writing style will give you away, like, there's no
Yeah.
exactly.
specific way
Type
you do
shit.
things, yeah.
Like when
But
James
I feel
Patterson
what
didn't
you're
have a damn
saying.
thing to do with that book that he puts his names on half the time.
Yeah.
Most of them he doesn't, yeah.
Like definitely like so for like my music, like my lyrical stuff, I definitely can say that's prevalent. Like you can immediately tell when it's my type of track.
Yeah,
But with the beats, I don't know. I feel like because I've only been making beats since like January, so
yeah, it hasn't been long.
yeah, it hasn't been long for us. I really haven't even put much thought into that for real.
Do you find yourself leaning into certain things and have to catch yourself sometimes? Like, no, I'm using that too much. Like, maybe I need to go somewhere else. Like, do you find yourself getting into a comfort zone too much with certain things where, okay, I don't want to overuse that? And, kind of, or do you just kind of let it flow, listen again, and tweak?
So I was for a minute, like I used to have a problem where I would overproduce.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like get past the point of the beat being done. I'm just adding shit for no reason. You know what
Just having fun.
I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't say that. I'm pretty like because I'm so again I'm new to it, so I'm so curious about like all these different sounds and plugins and stuff. Like I'm just experimenting every time. So I definitely haven't gotten to that point where I'm like reusing stuff or like using something too much, you know.
You should
Is
use Jeff Hardy's theme song as a sample.
No
absolutely you
cap, no
should.
cap. Hey, I'm about to do that for real.
But
I'm about to do
The
that.
thing is, Jeff Hardy's theme song, the Hardy Boys theme song, is a royalty-free song. It was used on like commercials and shit
Oh,
too.
yeah, you're right, I
It's just a
forgot that.
royalty-free song that they took because they thought it sounded cool. Which, when I first listened to it, I thought it really, really closely resembled Eyeless from friggin' Slipknot.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing off of that. So it's like that's really funny. But you should definitely use it because it would be
I
dope.
used to dead ass in middle school, bro. I used to dead ass be walking around school with the fucking Jeff Hardy sleeve on. I wish a motherfucker would say so. Goddamn, like what?
My boy still got it. You see him do that spot where he swanton through the table
With
off a
Bubba,
ladder?
Hell yeah, I seen that shit,
Yeah.
man. My
that
boy's
match
so
was awesome. That
hardcore,
was a
bro.
good match.
Yo, Jeff Hardy loved more than the president, boy. I tell you.
If Jeff Hardy didn't do the amount of drugs he fucking did,
Oh my god.
he would have been even bigger than he was.
Well, he was
No
being
cap.
pushed in the single scene when he started fucking up big time. Like the WWE was really ready to make him next.
Yep.
Like he
Mhm.
was going to be the top guy because his
Well,
top.
and then even in TNA, like he was still big in TNA, but
And
he
I
was still
loved
on all
Willow.
the fucking drugs.
I love the Willow
Like
character was incredible.
the fact that Sting had to basically walk out on him because
Oh,
he was embarrassing. Like
that
yeah,
match was one of the saddest
it's
things
rough.
ever because you saw how pissed Sting was. And I
Mhm.
thought Sting was ready. And that match too, Sting was supposed to put him over. Jeff was supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Sting just had to basically lay him down, pin him, and fucking just walk away. Like it was supposed to be a
Yeah,
25-minute match. He ended it in
rough,
5
man.
because Jeff couldn't do it.
It's crazy because Jeff said in an interview once that Sting was like one of his like inspirations coming into the game and shit.
Not
Like
surprising.
Not yeah.
he is the reason why he's painting his face and all that stuff. So it's crazy that he went out like that on that one.
Yeah. Hold up,
So,
real quick,
real
because we
quick-
didn't get the other comments though, because we missed these. Caveat said puns are the highest form of humor, which is kind of true. You see that bell curve going around all the time on Twitter about like unga bunga and higher IQ and in the midwit. I feel like puns kind of follow that, where like the middle part of puns, just like those are rough. but the bad ones and the really good ones are great.
They are fantastic.
Matt saying he doesn't find Sora funny, which is fine. Everyone has their thing. How about when SideEFCT dropkicked Joe off Dave's trampoline?
Hey, now
That
that
whispering in the wind on a trampoline.
Was that back in Broadway or was that
was on Cumberland.
That was
Yeah.
Cumberland.
Man,
Jesus.
I will never forget that. I thought I killed him. I thought he died.
That
said,
might have
"Oh
been
my
the start
God."
of his concussions, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, you might have started his concussions. Yeah, I think that might have been it.
I probably, bro, I used to just play so fucking rough. I don't know why nobody stopped me. Like, somebody needed to sit my ass down somewhere. Like,
That shit
You
was
were
hilarious.
violent.
That's why.
You were a violent ass kid.
bro, remember we were playing football in the street, bro, and I trucked fucking was it
Matt.
Rob or was it Matt?
It was Matt when you pushed him because you were stacked and you were pushed him and he fucking cracked his head open.
Cracked his fucking head open. Then that same day, I kicked the skateboard from under. I think it was Brett. And broke his fucking wrist or something.
Jesus, you were just a walking.
Yeah, bro, it was bad. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry to everybody. Like, I'm not that.
You never
person
fucked
no
me
more.
up. Maybe that's why we were hanging out so much. You never fucked
No
me
cap.
up.
Dave was. I already knew Dave was with the shits all the time. He never backed
we
down
also
from shit.
we also bullied people together, so we
Yeah.
don't have to get into that.
Nah,
Oh
Matt,
my
Matt
God.
saying it was me. I remember. I remember that. I remember.
Oh man.
man.
All right. So SideEFCT, what's the end game? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish in the industry? What is your, because obviously, like, you came in there, bright-eyed hip hop artist, making videos and stuff. You come in, you're at the studio, now you're producing more, you're working on movies, you're working with artists, the switch up from rapper to R&B artists and stuff like that now.
Mhm.
Where do you see yourself? What is your end game goal with this industry?
Bro, it's crazy because this is actually the first time that I can really say this and really believe it. But I'm gonna be a legend, bro. I'm gonna be one of the first to really do everything. You know what I mean? Like editing movies, recording songs, producing songs, mixing songs. You know what I'm saying? Doing Foley and sound effects behind the scenes with fucking Marvel and shit. Like, bro, I literally have had my hand in almost every facet of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting to the point where I'm doing everything at a high level. So, like, truly, I just want to be that person that people from Manchester and abroad can look at and say, like, I can do it no matter what it is. You know what I mean? That's really it, bro. I don't really care for like the fame and all that shit.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like kind of where you're at right now and you're getting your hands and everything is better than getting all the fame, because there's a lot of things that comes with all the fame. There's a lot of different pressures and shit like that.
Bro.
And but if you're basically an underground legend where you're not actually underground, but like everyone knows you in the industry, but no one outside of the industry knows you that much, but you're still making all the bread, right? Like, I feel like that's kind of a better way to be anyway, just because you don't have all of that intense focus
bro.
on.
I don't like. I'm in a relationship. I don't got to deal with bitches all in my DM and fucking paparazzi, TMZ, and all that extra shit that comes with that, like fame shit. Like, that's not something that I'm too much concerned with or even want for myself. You know, I'm a very humble person. You know what I'm saying? I like to chill and enjoy myself. So as long as that money coming in, my family taken care of, and I can do what I want with my guys, I'm straight, man.
And I just, after you saying that, I just want to say Matt Santos saying, I played press coverage and he broke my head.
The everything man, the legend, broke your head.
Hey,
so
yeah, I got mad love for Matt, man. You know that.
So is it fair to say that at this point in your, like, the start of your career, because your career is still just taking off with the music industry, like you've been doing it for a minute, but you're still young in it, right? At this point in your career, would you say that you're okay with being the big behind the scenes guy, with being the what's the guy that's worked with Eminem forever?
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin.
Even though it's not forever, he's been here just more. not as long as you think. Rick Rubin's real more known. He's like one of the more known guys.
Yeah, but like being in that sense where, like Dave said, in the industry you're known, maybe you're a little more known to the regulars because you're on a lot of things. But again, not necessarily being side effect filling out a stadium performing, but you're the guy that's making sure he's making the beats to get those performers there. And you're still living life. Like you're still taken care of because those people behind the scenes, it's not like they don't pack some change in their wallets, right? Like they're making money. So at this point in your career, would you be happy with having a long career doing this type of stuff that you're doing now? Have you fallen in love with this side of it as well too?
I mean, I would be happy, but dissatisfied just because, like, it's still a goal of mine to make it on the artist side too. And like, I'm somebody like, if I set a goal, I'm gonna do it. You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
And truly,
Hey, you've showed
me,
that, brother. You really have.
thank
The
you.
risk that you took just leaving and going out to Cali, knowing nobody, just, getting out there, like maybe a few connects from what you were doing in Carolina and stuff, but then just dipping out and going to try and make it in LA. Like it is hard to do what you did. I know we talked about this, I think 2 episodes ago when you were on, and just like the fact that you were able to do that, scrape together, and now where you are is just insane to even think about. And what was that? 5-6 years ago you moved out there? It hasn't been that long.
4 years.
It has not been that long, and where you've come. So it's like when you say that, I don't doubt you at all that you saying that. Oh, did we lose you? There you go. There you're back. So I don't
Sorry,
doubt
my
at
girl
all that
calling
you
me and
saying
shit.
that it's gonna happen.
It's been the funniest time to fucking
Oh no!
accidentally go.
Did his phone? Oh no! Ah! We lost side effect. We were just getting deep too.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my god! This is the beauty
You're
of the
glazing
internet areas.
I'm sorry, my girl was calling me and shit.
Tell her that if she ruins a connection after not coming in to save the day earlier, that we're double fighting.
I'm about to text her right now and just tell her to hold on for a minute.
Tell her to hang
Right.
tight.
But nah, I do appreciate you saying that, bro. And I mean, it just goes back to just having faith. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Good night,
I
Matt.
know
Later,
where I come
Santos.
from. See you, Matt. I know where I come from, you know what I mean? And I know the kind of people that I came up around, and I know what I'm capable of. So, and again, it's bigger than me. I do this to set an example for others, like my younger brother, you know what I mean? The people that's coming up behind me, like just, knowing that they can do it. If they don't know how to do it, they can figure it out. They just got to figure it out.
So make sure you let none of my influence come onto you, because I had a lot of influence on your youth. Make sure none of
Unfortunately,
it
you hang
is
around
passed in,
us
which is
Nah,
crazy to think that I actually
all
had
of
an
it.
influence on you. Wild.
All of it is, bro. I carry y'all with me every day, man. For real.
Oh, man. So let's switch gears a little. Obviously, Taylor Swift just came out with a new album, right? And that album, it's Taylor, it's massive, breaks records. When something like that happens in the industry, does it make ripples? Is it something that's like, okay, at this point it's Taylor, it's expected? Or is it still a big deal? Does it still reverberate when an album like that has as much success and does as good as it does?
I mean, for the people involved, hell yeah.
It's a big deal, right?
Hell yeah. For the people that's not involved, I would say no, just because I mean, most artists are too focused on what they have going on to
Mhm.
even be aware. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like you know, like congratulations to her kind of thing, but people just move on and they try to beat it. You know what I mean? Like I won't sit here and say that it's something that just goes unnoticed because people definitely arrange their drop schedules around.
100%.
around
Hey,
her.
listen, we saw 50 leave the game because Eminem dropped Recovery. Like, seriously, like Eminem dropped, was it Recovery or was it Marshall Mathers too? Because I know it had to be Recovery, because the last thing that 50 dropped was with AO Technology. That was the last album. And then 50 dipped out. And I remember he was supposed to drop an album. And then I think it was M drop Recovery. And it was clearly, he was like, I can't drop my shit after M just did that. My shit's going to get blown out the water. And then he delayed it. He never released it. Like, I
Yeah.
want that 50 album released. So it's
That's
like
how it
when
goes.
you're talking about drop schedules, it's obviously true, right? Like nobody wants to drop around Taylor. Nobody wants to drop when Beyonce drops. Nobody wants to drop like Ed Sheeran, obviously. Like there's certain people that you know that you're going to get swept under the rug once they drop, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to that too, when you're strategizing with certain artists, is there a timing thing that you're looking, and do you talk to other people that you know that maybe have connect somewhere, knowing like, okay, is someone throwing out a single today? She'll be like, do you guys try to work that out, or is it super secretive when that's going on?
Not really, not for us anyway, only because like we believe in what we doing so much that it don't matter. You know what
I
I
like
mean?
that.
Like I really can't wait for you guys to hear the project that we've been working on this year because it's out of this world. You know
You
what I
know to
mean?
send it to
So
us. Send us once you have a single out, we will play it. I'll
yeah.
take that copyright strike for you.
Yeah, man, like it's just on a whole nother level. Like even myself, I surprise myself all the time. Like, I can't believe that I'm even a part of something like this, you know. So um yeah, man, like we just focus on what we gotta do. It's just like football, you know what I mean?
Oh
You the
yeah.
safety, you gotta worry about yo, what you
Mhm.
gotta do, your
Mhm.
job. Don't worry
God, how
about the
many times
lineman.
you left your position at corner and you made me want to kill you? How many times you left your assignment, got a big hit and celebrated, and me and
I,
Odie are on the sideline going, "We're gonna kill. We are gonna kill him."
I just wanted to strike some. I
You
ain't
just
give a
want to
fuck.
hit things, man. We wanted to murder you half the time.
No cap.
So you get for playing a sophomore. Oh my god, it just
Oh
brings back
yeah.
memories. So here's another thing too, because obviously you're also an artist, right? You're an R&B singer, rapper. You do a little bit of everything. Is there ever a temptation to kind of talk to some of these artists that you're working with that are within your genre to maybe work on a future collab with them? Or is it, I'm professional, I'm working on their project for now, and I'm
Mhm.
not going to mix that other side unless it comes up? Like, where is that fine line?
Well, I mean, so the people that I work closely with, like we've built such a tight knit relationship amongst each other. It definitely wouldn't be a problem if I were to like bring that up or like ask for a collaboration or something. But most of these artists I help write for anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm in a position to where I don't necessarily need to be the one singing it. But it's still my words
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
um it's yeah, man, it's like it's really not a problem. But I will say this though, like, and this is for anybody watching that could be an engineer or producer like I am, but don't be one of those people that's like so hungry that you're just willing to do anything. You know what I mean? Because the relationship is a lot more important than
That's
the
how you get the
product.
couch in the studio.
Yeah. You feel me? That's how you get on that couch.
David's just trying to find the cuck chair, if the cuck chair is there somewhere, because that's all David's about is the cuck chair. But
Oh
That's
yeah.
in a
That's in the
hotel
basement.
room.
it's an only in hotel rooms. Oh, so here's another thing. I think we were trying to get onto some of this the last time, but then we cut out like in the last episode.
Mhm,
If I'm young, I'm hungry, and I believe I'm talented, right? And I'm a
mhm,
hip hop artist, I'm an R&B singer. You were talking about last time how you remember when you were the guy that were spamming people that you thought could help you, and now you're getting it done to you. What's the
mhm.
best way to go about it? What is the best way that if I'm a young artist, I really want to make it, I'm willing to go out to LA if I need to. How would you say give them advice now
Mhm.
to try and get into the ear of someone like yourself who has a studio or has connections that can maybe help get your name out there?
So that's a great question. I would say that the best thing you can do, bro, is provide value. You know, it's okay to ask for things, but you got to bring something to the table too.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're
yeah.
just asking for a handout, and that's something that nobody wants wants to be around. Especially not busy people. So, whatever it is that you're doing, just make sure you're providing value. And like, don't give a fuck what anybody says. Trust in your vision, trust in yourself. Don't let nobody deter you or discourage you. Just do what you do because the longer you do it, eventually everybody gonna be on that same wave, and then you got the same people talking about, oh yeah, I got new everybody back, man, all this other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just got to stay true to you, bro, and do what you do. But
Yeah.
Love that.
the number one thing I say is this, and I said it earlier, but I'll repeat it. Don't be so hungry that you're willing to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at
Because I
that.
mean, those are probably people that get used and abused. They get their minute, but then they're thrown away as quickly as they get their minute.
Mm-hmm. I'll also say too, that I'm just thinking about the question and stuff. Like,
No, yeah, keep going.
if you're a new artist, like drop the music. Don't hold on to that shit. Like that's something that that's the mistake that I made that I wish I hadn't. Um, the music is how people are gonna discover you and find you. You know what I mean? And this is something that's gonna bring people and gravitate people to your brand and stuff. So
I mean, how are you going to have anything when you don't have a portfolio, right?
yeah,
You don't
exactly.
have any actual results, so it doesn't.
But at the same time, don't be putting out no bullshit.
Put out quality.
Yeah, pay for your mixes, get the beats all the way done. Like take pride in your work, and everything else will fall in place.
And I could imagine too, it's like with that consistency, like show growth, right? Because I can imagine you could probably go back to some of the first songs you dropped and you probably cringe listening to some of it, right? It's like, but at the same
I don't
time,
even want to hear that shit.
but at the same time, if you weren't there, you couldn't have gotten here, right? Like, I think the growth is a big thing too, because if you're someone who the things you sounded like in the beginning when you dropped, like, yeah, you might have been clean, but if you didn't show any growth and it stayed the same, I think people, labels, everyone's going to want to see growth. They want to see you get better. They want to see that your metaphors are smoother, your flow is better. You know, you're one of the things that I found with the most talented hip hop artists is the beat is there, but you're focused on them. The beat doesn't create them. They help create the beat. And I feel like that's one thing like Eminem has done some of the best, right? When Eminem's at his best, the beat's a background. It's great. It's awesome. Like Dre's never dropped the ball ever, but M don't give a fuck about the beat. He just does his thing. And I feel like the best artist, Jay-Z's done it. Ye's done it. Like, of course, there are some songs where you're going to flow to it, right? But then there's other songs where you're just going over it. And I feel like that's another thing too, is like showing that growth, showing that potential, showing who you are and continuing to get better also, because I can imagine you listening to someone and if they have 40 songs, right? Okay. Have I seen them get better as they've gone to the songs that have gotten newer and newer? Okay. They're getting better. I can work with this dude. This dude's learning from his mistakes. He's refining his craft. But if it's 40 songs, that's like, okay, that one's good. Okay, that one's not. That one's good. Mediocre. Like, not showing any growth. Like, is that something you also look for in artists too? The ones that are continuing to grow and get better?
So me personally, I don't necessarily look for the growth. I look for like, are you nice right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care what you did before. Are you good now?
Yeah, fast. Because I mean, truly, what you did before don't matter. You know what I
True.
mean? Like, it's what's going on now. Do you got motion right now? Are you worth me spending my time with you right now? You know what I mean? So, but I will say, like, I'm sure other people who have other jobs probably care about that stuff, but I definitely
That's true.
Look, all I'm saying is Wayne dropped a whole tutorial on how to let the beat build. So you have ways of learning how to do this.
No, God, let the beat build, bitch. No cap.
Oh my God. So one of the last things I want to talk about to you is there any industry drama that maybe is coming up the pike that we don't know about? Because we were going to talk about Young Thug last time, the court case and things like that, but that's kind of old news at this point, right? Is there anything going on that you know about, or maybe something bubbling that you want to blow up right now?
I know that I mean I wouldn't really call this like a hot topic or anything like this, but I know that there's like some old school artists from back in the day who are working on some new albums now. Artists like Exhibit, L Cool J, people like that, just to name a couple.
But is it going to be good, right? Because I got to say, like, Wayne's new album showed glimpses of Wayne, but man, it wasn't good. Like, and I love Wayne. He had a few good songs. Few of them were okay, but it just didn't feel like Wayne. Like, he needs to, like
Bro,
we got to make sure, like, I love Exhibit. Ladies Love Cool James is always going to be one of the best ever. But it's like, man, I don't need 12
That's his
tracks of you
government name.
trying. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I like, give me
Here's the thing
something.
with Wayne, man. Like, he's so out of tune with what's going on out here because he's just so in tune to what he's got going on that, like, his music is just like out of touch.
It
You
didn't
know what I'm
even sound
saying?
like classic Wayne. Like, that was my thing, though. Like, it
Yeah.
didn't even, his flow was off. It was something not right about what he
So
was doing.
there's a small, I don't know if I should call it a mixtape or what, but it's a like a collaborative tape that he did with Young Money, right? So it had like Gunna Gun on there,
Yeah.
all them people, right? And on that tape, it started to sound like what he's doing now. You know what I mean? So it's like years ago, I feel like he was almost like in that transition of getting ass. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like, look, I feel like, with Wayne, it's like he has to be taking lean. He has to be drinking lean.
Mm.
But
Seriously.
I feel like he's gone to a point where he does it too much. The man has had like multiple seizures in airplanes.
Yeah.
Like the man's fucking killing himself. So, which I don't want. Like, stop it.
Yeah, no.
But I
Wayne's
feel
too
like
important.
he's gone a little bit too far into
Yeah.
it. He's got to find a happy medium of the drug in order for him to be Wayne.
And
Yeah,
you
bro.
also know, like, when a Wayne mixtape isn't good, then there's something wrong. Because to me, the best things Wayne has ever done are his mixtapes. No
mixtapes,
ceilings
yeah.
and shit like that are
Dedication.
legend, right? Like the Wayne mixtapes kept Dat Piff online, right? Like,
Yeah,
like
literally.
they were huge. And
Mhm.
and I've always felt like Wayne used those mixtapes as a good warm-up for then the studio album. And the studio album always had a good radio ready songs, but they weren't as hard or as good as the mixtapes ever.
Yeah.
I always said Wayne
Yeah,
made the
I was gonna say,
mixtapes for
man,
the hip hop
mixtapes are
fans.
that's my Wayne
Yeah.
discography,
Yeah,
basically. is his
he made the
mixtape.
mixtapes for the true hip hop fans, and then he made the albums for everyone else. Like, that was always how I felt about Wayne. So if Wayne's falling off on a mixtape, then you know there's trouble, because that was his bread and butter. That's when he went hard, and that's when he showed like he's the greatest trap artist of all time. Like, when he's on, he's fucking on.
The do's and don'ts of Young
Nah,
Man.
facts.
So
I'll say, man, Lil Wayne, like, I do wish he probably should have like retired a little bit earlier, just on a higher grace. But he's still one of my favorite artists to ever.
Oh yeah, but that was the whole part of that. Wow, why am I forgetting his that Push and Drake beef? Because I remember Push said something. I can't remember what song. I think it was Infrared, where he talked about Wayne basically going for too long.
Like, but it's like, it's one of those things.
He like
too,
half dissed Wayne on it.
To bring it back full circle, we talk about the bravado of hip hop, right? When you're out of the game for so long, you're not competing with these guys anymore. You're not trying. So it's like Wayne's been out for so long, where before, when he was still dropping, he was hungry. He was competing against Luda. He was competing against M. He was competing against Ye. Like, he was still in the game of trying to be the best. Now he's been out for so long, he's just been counting his money, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what is he coming back for? And I feel the same with LL Cool J and Exhibit, right? Like, Exhibit was, running. He was doing his thing, like trying to compete, when Exhibit's one of the most like forgotten greats of all time, right? Because to me, Exhibit's one of the all-time greats, but he doesn't get the due that he deserves. But it's like, but what is he going to rap about now? Like, what is really are you going to have to say? What have you now gone through? What is your blues, right? Your millions? Cool. That's not, what are you going to talk about? LL Cool J, same thing. Like, okay, I lift more. Good for you, LL Cool J. You're 60 and you're still jacked. I don't want to fucking hear about that. So that's part of the issue, I think, with all of these people coming back.
So I definitely agree. But it's just like, there's an audience for everything. You know what I mean? And while their audience once were like our demographic or our parents when they were our age, whatever, but
Yeah.
now their audience is just a different audience.
Could you
know what I
imagine
mean?
Exhibit doing a whole like mumble rap album?
I also feel like, that there's just a certain time where artists have their things, like that where their prime is. Like, and once you're past that, then you're basically past that, unless you kind of revitalize it a little bit, like, Bowie with Lazarus, like that Swan song of now, like fucking fantastic. But like, unless you're like yet again, Bowie, unless you're like kind of fucking crazy, where you're like on the crazy genius part of it,
Mhm.
where it's like Bowie. I would honestly put Ye there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't like most of Ye's newest stuff, but I just know there's a damn good possibility he drops something and it's just like back to old Ye, where it's just
Mhm.
fucking tastic. There's always
His
that
beats are still
possibility just because
fantastic, but everything else is
Yeah,
exactly
great.
I
just
love
because
all
that
his
was fucking right.
production, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they're so
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
it's fire.
yeah. But like I feel like if you're not of that realm of kind of just out there creative,
Mhm.
then you have that time where you're really, really good. And it might be long, it might be short. But then after that, you like you said, you have your certain people that like it, but you're not gonna reach a mass appeal that you did before.
Yeah. And sometimes too, like it's like this, man. If you love doing something, right? You're gonna do it whether there's one person in the stands or a
That's
million in
true.
the
Yeah.
stands. You know what I mean? And like these guys have been doing this since they were 13.
I
You know
mean,
what I
yeah,
mean?
Wayne was a prodigy, especially Wayne. He was in Hot Boys. What was he, 13, 14 in Hot Boys? Like in
Mhm.
Juvenile was the head dog there.
Yeah. So, it's like it's a lifestyle at this point, you
Absolutely.
know what I mean? And they gonna do it till they die for sure, because I know I will.
Do you feel like the whole Versus series has maybe got some of these older artists back to kind of get those juices, right? Because we're seeing a lot of them come back doing the verses and some of
Mhm.
them sounding real good still, right? Some of them really sounding good. And you think that's kind of getting them going, okay, let me get back in the studio. That was fun. Like, I want to do this again.
Yeah, what I think is doing more so though is showing people like what real
Oh
performing
my God.
is. You know what I mean? They're not singing over
Mhm.
backtracks. You know what I
Mhm.
Mhm.
mean? Like it's not a gimmick. Like it's real. You
Here's a
know?
question for you. Here's a good question for you because I saw this and person I had on God, my sports opinion show, Robin Lumberg, way back in the day. He likes hip hop and stuff a lot and everything. There was a big question: who would be able to match Jay Z on the verses? Come to
Shit,
the top of my head, maybe the only one is Eminem in terms of hits, right? Him and Eminem would have a good one, but they're so different that I don't know if it'd be fun.
man, you put Wheezy on that stage with Jay-Z.
Wheezy is a good one.
They going hit for hit all day. And the thing
Wheezy's a good
is,
one.
Wheezy shit coming straight off mixtapes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
and,
it would be a lot of mixtapes,
and
for
yeah,
Weezy.
and that's the whole kill. Like, bro, any song that Jay-Z gonna pull up, Wheezy's gonna pull up his version of that song. Like,
Yeah, basically.
like Wheezy done jacked so many people beats, bro. Like it's
Mhm.
almost impossible to beat him. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Wheezy's a good one. Trying to
like
think, Dave, do you have anyone that maybe
Yeah, I do think Ye's up there.
yeah,
100%.
what about like Andre 3000? Between the things he did with Outkast and solo, would Andre have a good
I
catalog to go with it?
not
I think he'd have a pretty good one.
I don't think he'll.
I
I don't think he definitely has a good catalog, but I don't think it would go up against Jay Z's though.
yeah.
Because
It's
Outkast,
tough.
they have like popular songs, but like, bro, people know Jay Z songs word for word.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Like
hard to sleep on Jay-Z. Like, it's trying to
they
think of just
Well, and the thing is, people know Jay Z songs when they don't even realize they know Jay Z
yeah,
songs.
they be listening to Jay Z for financial advice and shit. Like,
I think
right,
it really has to do with the longevity, right? Because
yeah.
Jay-Z went from the early 2000s until, God, 2021, right? Was that
Mhm.
maybe his last thing with him and, well, when did him and Ye do Watch the Throne? 2018?
No, yeah, that was a while
Yeah,
But,
ago. I'm thinking of
before
oh,
what the hell
4,
was the
2018.
album? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
before.
I can't remember. Either way.
So the thing is, like, it's the longevity I think that Jay-Z has, and not even the longevity, the hits on every single album. He had
Mhm.
multiple, at minimum, number one in the R&B top, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
hip hop tops. So it's like, it's just Wayne's a good one. I think,
I'm not gonna lie, probably Drake at this point.
yeah,
I, I
but the
Drake.
Drake has
Even if
R&B
you don't
songs.
like,
Yeah, you gotta
but
put
still, you want to talk about shit that's hitting
But
though.
you're gonna go
You want to
from,
talk
but
about
you're
shit
gonna go.
that goes though.
Hold on. You're gonna have Jay Z coming out with
it's not
I'm
gonna
a
work.
hustle, baby. And
No,
then
no,
all of a
no. I
sudden Drake's
understand
gonna
that.
come out
I
and
understand
just
that, but
be
I'm just
like,
saying,
and he's
like,
to call me on the cell phone, and everyone's gonna laugh him off. Like, no one
It's not
takes
gonna
Drake
work.
serious. Like, Drake does
I'm
not
just
have enough
saying.
rap songs to be on a verses, okay?
Shoot, the only other person, maybe Nah, I was gonna say Missy Elliott, but a lot of her stuff is features.
A lot of her
Yeah.
stuff is features, and Missy had a big drop off. She had at least 5 or 6 years where she didn't do nothing. Where Jay really didn't. He was at least 3 years, maybe Luda, but Luda was again better on features than he was solo. I'll
Yeah.
always like Luda's features. He has good solo songs. Don't get me wrong. There was a time where he was dropping an album a year and he had hits on every single one. But I mean, yeah, I wish Method Man did more solo because I feel like in terms of talent, there are very few artists that were as talented as Method Man. I look at Method Man. My comparison in terms of athletes is Rasheed Wallace, the guy that could have been the best around, but just liked doing what he doing and fucked around. Like Method Man could easily have been the top hip hop artist up there with the best. Like you would think of him with Rakim and all like the best of all time in terms of talent wise.
Yeah.
But Meth was cool, fucking around with Redman, doing his thing with Wu-Tang, dropping a few solos, and just being done. Because
I'm actually going to throw one out here,
Who?
which not mainstream appeal, but I feel like someone that does have a very good catalog. But I mean, it's kind of niche. MF Doom.
MF
Hell
Doom.
nah.
I'm saying it's niche, but MF Dog. You want to talk about someone that built something from nothing?
Wait, you saying MF Doom against Jay-Z in the verses?
Yes.
Oh yeah, but no. But Dave, you have to think of who. You have to think of who's watching the verses, right?
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like it would.
Caveat ties, give him one here, MC Hammer.
Yeah, I know. It would just be such a juxtaposition, but like I said, you got to think about it. MF is like not the same as Jay-Z, right? But he's also someone that's very much influenced a lot of fucking things.
Yeah,
where people not realizing they were influenced by MF Doom. Like he has a much bigger reach than you think. It's crazy.
Of course.
For sure. But because people aren't aware that it's his influence, they're not going to be singing them songs at the damn verses. Like, they're going to be like, who's this dude?
Look, I'm just saying, it was a long shot one, but I was like, yeah, that's an interesting one, though. It's a very interesting one.
It's tough because Jay-Z has longevity more than anything. Like, honestly, it's his longevity. It's his number of hits that he has. And again, it's his ability to change with the times, right? I do love that.
I actually went back and listened to Magna Carta Holy Grail not too long ago.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is too, it's like there are very few artists though that can drop a song and end a trend, right? Like when auto-tune was so big, Jay-Z dropped DOA and auto-tune basically went away as everybody's usage, right? Like the only one that kept doing it was Ye, because Ye don't give a shit about what anybody has to say. But every single artist was using auto-tune. And then Jay-Z called it a fucking ringtone and told everyone to stop using it in a song. And that song was a #1 hit. And at that moment, outside of Ye and T-Pain, because they don't care about nothing, everyone else just stopped using autotune. It just died. It was used sparingly, like it was early on, but like very few artists have that ability to sit there and just say, cut the shit, and it stops. Yeah. So there's something to do. I think it would be interesting. I think, but yeah, honestly, what did we come up with? We came up with Ye, Wheezy, maybe Eminem. That's really it. People with catalogs, that's about it.
Yeah,
that can stack up.
Nobody else for real.
Because there's been people that have risen to Jay-Z levels, but not the length of Jay-Z, right?
Yeah,
you know, you could possibly put Drake up there, but again, Drake doesn't. My thing, and this is not even just like making fun of him. Drake went away from being a true rapper to being much more of an R&B artist. Yeah. So it's like he doesn't have the rap. Like Jay-Z is going to put out rap after rap after rap. And then Drake's going to have to go to a few songs where he's singing at him. And Jay-Z's just going to give him that typical look of like, are you fucking serious? What are we doing here? Like there's that, like Jay-Z's just going to stare at him. And that's going to be the meme. Jay-Z's staring at him like, get this fucking fool out of here. You know what I mean? So maybe T.I. might be someone that has a catalog.
Nah,
I don't think so.
T.I. gonna be done after 30 minutes.
No, it is hard. It is hard. I mean,
30 minutes is really fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when T.I.'s at his best, T.I. was one of my favorite rappers at one time.
When you going up against Jay-Z, you better be prepared to have 2 hours of bangers.
Seriously. I mean, I don't think we'll ever see that because number one, I don't think Jay-Z wants that. I mean, he doesn't need it. Like the verses were a lot of artists that kind of wanted and needed that spotlight again. I'm really happy DMX did a verses before he passed away, because that was one of the most legendary verses of all time. Just watching him, and still sounded good after he dropped a mixtape that sounded terrible like a few years before that, to have him come back and then sound better. Rest in peace to D. But it was like, I like the verses. They've done some good things, but I always thought that was an interesting thought experiment. Like, who the hell could do a versus against Jay-Z? Like, it's hard. It's hard.
The thing is it's like, there's artists that come to mind that passed away too soon to know if they would have had that. Obviously Tupac and Biggie, because already they were getting a discography that was just fucking stupid.
And Eazy-E, right? You could throw Eazy-E right in there, because Eazy was the leader of the NWA. I would even say
ODB, older
ODB,
bastard, fucking insane. Like he was.
He definitely
like, if they didn't.
But even then,
that's what I'm saying. But if they,
I mean, yeah, because you're talking about the potential of what could have been.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the potential of what they could have.
Where we're going there,
we don't know.
I think that Biggie maybe goes longer. Tupac was going to become an actor. Tupac was already getting into that role. Tupac had done a few movies by that point. He was getting it as a no name. He was a talented actor.
I'm kind of convinced he faked it to get away from Jada Pinkett Smith.
I don't disagree. He's on an island somewhere. But no, but I think, like, if Tupac would have still been alive, I feel like we wouldn't have gotten that discography, because I think he would have went away and been an actor, because he was a talented actor. He had made a few roles. He already was good there. He was already the top of his game, right? It was him and Biggie and nobody else at that point. There were people that were good, but the torch was already passed from, like, Biz Markie and Heavy D and stuff to, Run DMC to them. And the gangster rap was big, and they were creating proteges. And I think that Biggie's options would have been to stay in the game, right? Because Biggie's, outside of that, like, he could have maybe been a comedian because he was funny as fuck. But Biggie, that's where it would have been. Tupac was talented. Tupac was a talented artist overall. And I think he would eventually transition to movies and become more that Will Smith route, where he would have become a movie star that maybe would have still dropped some songs for his movies. But I think we would have looked at Tupac Shakur as a movie star if he would have survived, because he was definitely going that route in his life.
I definitely could see that.
Yeah, 100%.
Could see that. I'm 100%. Saying that as if I was born, but I definitely could see that.
See, I was young when they both passed away. So for me, it was like, it didn't have as much of an impact, because I knew who they were. I knew their songs, but I wasn't like a big fan of music at all at that point. Like, gangster rap was getting started. And like, my biggest memory is after he passed, when Biggie passed, especially. Tupac a little less, because Tupac, I think, was more like the shock to the system. And then when the response with Biggie being killed was Puff Daddy at the time, Diddy, doing the Every Breath You Take with that group. That was my, like, first memory, and kind of like realizing, like, oh shit, people really died. Like, and I was young at that point, and I still was like, that was when I kind of grasped that there was like something going on. And then kind of Bad Boy really pushed out in front from that point.
Yeah.
And a lot of it cooled down. Honestly, a lot of it, there was still a lot of the shit talking, but a lot of it cooled down, because California Love was big right before that. And then obviously Dre and Pac had their falling out. And even Dre came and was like talking about Pac and Biggie and stuff. Like, that happening, there was still a lot of gangster rap. There was still a lot of tension, but it cooled down. It was like, put the guns away, talk shit, get into fist fights, let's stop killing each other. But I mean,
then
that's what it is.
Comes.
Huh?
Then Chief Keef comes.
Chief Keef's ass, man. Like, I mean, but you could think like Chief Keef, and then there was still flare-ups of it, right? Obviously, Ja Rule and 50, Eminem and everybody. Because Eminem was the white boy, and everyone wanted to come at him. He had a few people protecting him, but that was about it. But it was interesting, and we've seen that. I mean, with, I don't know how to say his name, but XX Extension, whatever the fuck his name is, like, that was a glimpse of it still flaring up, right?
Well, not really. Like, him, fucking Pop Smoke, like, they all were just killed by people seeing where the fuck they were, really. But and just random fucking people, which is annoying.
It's sad.
that just happens. Like, it's stupid.
So, but all right, SideEFCT, brother. I'm happy we got this episode in. This was a ton of fun, man.
Me too, man. It's always a good time talking with you guys on here, bro. And I thank you guys for the invite.
Of
All right,
course.
time. Real quick, caveat saying those colors in the background look like a criticless aesthetic. Arjan, have you ever heard of criticless?
Criticless?
You're
Hell
using
no.
the government name. Don't use a government name,
Yeah,
David.
my bad. I'm friend.
Hey, Alex, I didn't even realize.
I didn't realize either. No one did. Like, anyway, my bad. But
You good.
have you ever heard of criticless? It is a review app going against Rotten Tomatoes because Rotten Tomatoes absolutely fucking sucks. So it's basically giving reviews back to people. You use the app, any movie you watch, any TV show you watch, you can go and you
Hey, Dave,
review
pull
it,
it up
and there's a
so we can get a
bunch of
glimpse at it.
people on there.
Wait,
There's
like, hold on.
Oh, it's
Does this sound
basically
like
like
some shit that I seen in the TV show?
so
No.
it's like a social media where you can review things, but also like comment on the reviews. And it's pretty sick. But no, here's the thing. It is not a bullshit group of people. Like, say like a review someone doesn't like, you're not going to get all like the like stupid nonsense you'll see on social media. Like, this is what it looks like. And
Okay.
you can go and search any movie.
Mhm.
And then you could leave your review on it. And then people could see it. They could like it. They can comment underneath it. And it's pretty sick.
What do I
That's
want?
fire.
What do
So
I
yeah,
want?
name
Like I
a
said, it's
movie or a
pretty
TV
cool.
show.
Shit. Fucking
On the spot. Let's do this.
damn. Rurouni Kenshin. That's all I can think about.
The live action or the but there you go. See, it pops
anime.
up. Any of them pop up.
Yeah.
And you could sit there and you can click on it, and then you could see if there
It's only
isn't.
has 2 voters right now.
So if there isn't 10 reviews, then it doesn't leave like a full thing. Like you can't see like exactly. But once something gets to 10 reviews, then you see the actual rating for it.
Let's go something that will definitely have 10.
Demon Slayer.
So Criticless, is this like a new platform?
Yeah,
Yes.
as of a few 2 years now.
So, and you can leave your review. You can just leave a normal review, nothing to say, but you just give it. And you can also leave very long ones. You can have spoilers on it, and you put a spoiler tag so people don't just run into that shit. But
And if you're like a member, you can add like a YouTube video of your
Mhm.
commentary of it as well. Like,
Mhm.
and it's real cool. And you can like follow people. You can have what they call friends with benefits, where you like when they post something, you see it directly as a notification.
Yep.
It's pretty sick. I highly recommend it.
That's fire. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to look into that because I'm gonna be talking hella shit. No, I'm
Tell your boys and stuff, because especially if they're film heads and stuff like that, like this is a good
Uh-huh.
way too. Like before you go see like a movie or something, or like something that just came out and you want to wait a minute to see, jump on there because there's a
that's
group
what I'm
of
really thinking about. Because sometimes, like when I'm scrolling on Netflix or something, like I'm almost scared to click something because I don't want to watch no
Well,
bullshit.
Dave, pull up Smashing Machine real quick, because like Smashing Machine just came
That
out.
looked good.
It did look really good.
I don't know which one.
The one to the left with the rock. And there you go.
67.
The
Not bad,
1967, it's rad. And then you scroll down and you'll get reviews. And a lot of the people on here too that review these types of movies, like Dave, if you go up, Dave, real quick. You'll see like they'll have like, the cast and stuff like that. And they have the full thing there. And then when you scroll down, you'll get reviews from people, like some of them are legitimate film critics that are on here as well.
Yeah. And you can see they even put themes in here, and you can fill these out when you review to see what might be in it and shit like that. It's really fun. It's really nice.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Is that like a iOS app?
It's an app and it's also a website. It's both.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah. And like you could see, like scroll down again, Dave. You see certain people giving it 90s, you see 70s, scroll down more. You had someone that thought it sucked, someone that gave it a 25, and 2 people that gave it a 25. So it's like you get a good number of views, but even if you scroll down and someone comments on them, usually it's not like fuck you or something. It's always like, I liked it. You know what I mean? Like you can see like, and there's some commentary, some good back and forth, like right there, Blaine, the one right there. He's the creator, Blaine Andrews. We had him on the show a little while ago, but it's like, it's a good community. It's not a shit community. It's not somewhere where you put something down there and people are going to dog you.
Trolls and stuff.
No, it really isn't. Like Blaine built a really cool community of people that like TV, like movies, and legitimately want to comment.
See, like what I like to do when I look at like movie reviews and show reviews, I always look at the worst reviews first. And I see like what is it that people aren't liking, and if it's like some mediocre bullshit, like somebody's just being like a whiny baby, then I'll go ahead and watch the movie. But if it's like,
Speaking of, I have to leave a review for Lost, because Lost is
the show.
Yeah, the show Lost. Have you ever
Okay.
seen it?
Yeah.
So I got roped into watching Lost because when I was in college, I didn't want to fucking watch Lost because the first time that I got to watch it, I was told like, yo, it's not like the stupid lame show. It's fairly like semi-real, blah, blah, blah. And the first episode I watched, the fucking black smoke comes in. So I'm like, okay, super real, guys, super real. And this is coming from someone like anime and bullshit. I just thought it looked dumb. But in college, I got roped into watching it because in the living room, my two roommates were watching it every day. So what the fuck am I gonna do? Go be David Cave Baby in my room? No, I'm gonna come out and I brought back the classic, Dave. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna sit there, and I was forced to watch the show. So against my will, I watched all of Lost, and I have to say, it was okay. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely not
People
like
love that
in
show,
my
man.
top 5 or anything like that for sure. It's a pretty decent show. I mean, to be honest, bro, like nowadays I don't even like watch too much live action stuff.
I watch anime.
Like, yeah, that's pretty much
I'm watching
all I watch.
JoJo's right now.
Sometimes
Like,
I'll be in bed and I'll be like, I wonder if my girl thinks like I'm a child.
Bro, listen, I'm a married man, and every night, like my wife is like reading a real book, and here I am scrolling through manga like a fucking child. Like it's like she's actually educated and smart, and here I'm looking at pictures with some words, reading it backwards. Like, okay, it's like, listen, if they love you, they accept you. My wife knew what she was getting into.
I'm like, she must really love me because I'm over here looking like a damn 8-year-old. Like,
I just remember it's honestly one of the weirdest moments. Like me and my wife, we had our anniversary a few weeks ago for 9 years, and we've been dating since 2010. So about 15 years we've been dating, and she's known I've liked anime. I like fantasy. I like sci-fi. I like all that. The weirdest moment of my life happened not too long ago when we were laying in bed, and my wife was like, watch what you want. And I'm like, I'm going to put JoJo's on. And she's like, whatever. And JoJo's is so fucking weird, man. I felt embarrassed watching this show in front of a normal person. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo is fantastic. I love JoJo.
It's so good, but it's like if you haven't watched it and you don't know, and like David, I was up to the part with all the freaking twinks. So it's like it was
part 4. Were you
I'm in part 4 or part 5? So it's like, and it's just weird. It's just fucking weird. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and my wife is going to sleep, and she turns around and goes, "Fuck is this?" And then she goes back to bed. I'm like, "Leave me alone! Don't judge me."
That if you're just walking by and you happen to peep, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy watching?" But
well, David making the mistake of showing somebody the anime of Food Wars, forgetting that it's a freaking food porn without it wanting to be.
It's a good manga. It's actually a very good manga.
It is.
You just get used to it. SideEFCT dipped
Side
out.
Effect probably got another phone call. We're getting his girl's getting mad right now. Oh, so Caveat Tie's coming in saying Hero soured me from serialized shows.
I never actually watched Hero.
I heard Hero started off so good, had so much promise, and then disappointed so many. Where like people wanted it to come back but hated it.
Well, and that's the thing, honestly, to be quite honest, because
oh, SideEFCT's got to dip out. Oh, you can roll out. Me and David might talk a little more. So SideEFCT, thank you for jumping on. We appreciate you, brother. I'm happy to connect and stay.
I appreciate you guys and love you guys, man. Stay safe
love you,
out
brother.
there and keep
go take care of the lady.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, go check out SideEFCT. Go on his Instagram. Go on Birdland's Instagram. We'll talk to you later, SideEFCT.
Yes, sir.
Later, bro. All right. So real quick. So we'll keep going a little bit. Yeah. So what were you saying before, Dave?
I was going to say, I know a lot of people really wanted Firefly to have another season. I never watched Firefly.
Neither did I.
Never watched it. Heard fantastic things. Basically, everyone that watches it is annoyed that it never got another season. But for me, I almost feel like, and I don't know how it ended. Maybe it ended with a cliffhanger enough that, you still want the other season. But for me, honestly, I think it's honestly better. It probably stopped where it did, and it wasn't ruined. It just wasn't ruined.
I think there's something to be said in some sort of respect for the creator, and the person that knows his story.
Well, Firefly was just canceled.
It was canceled. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Nah. All right, well, that sucks. But
yes, that's.
But I've said this before. I think that's a problem with books and certain things now, and it's kind of always been a problem when something finds success, right? But it's like not knowing when to stop. Like every book now, needs to be a series. Everything like, and it's like, no, like we've lost the art of telling a good, concise story and letting that
It's like
story have a
having
finite ending and enjoying that ending.
it's like J.K. Rowling deciding to have a cursed child after Harry Potter proper.
And I'm wearing the Cursed Child shirt because my mother-in-law did say the play was amazing. Actually, though, she said she went to see the play,
Oh,
and she actually said the play is really good.
they made a movie to close the loop for the show. Well, that's
Okay.
good. I don't know. I don't know that much.
I
about
will say the
Firefly.
book is balls.
Not the
I'm
play.
not a fan of the Cursed Child book. I thought it was
That's what
balls.
I've heard.
Um,
That's what I've heard. I've never tried it.
but on the
At all.
flip side,
I had a
though,
reason.
on the flip side, you have someone like Suzanne Collins who comes back years later and adds to the Hunger Games whole entire world, where she gives you the President Snow one, and then she gives you the one about Haymitch recently. And when I tell you they're amazing, like Suzanne Collins did a really, really good job of adding to it. And now it's not about Katniss anymore, but you get that look in the President Snow was amazing. The book is incredible. And then looking back at Haymitch, which we've all been clamoring for, to see Haymitch's reaping and to see his Hunger Games and what happened, it gave you a really, really good understanding for both of those characters by the time you get to Katniss. So it's like you have the flip side where you have some of them that have the ability, and Christopher Paolini as well with Murtaugh and things like that. And there's complaints, right, about all these sometimes. Like some of these hardcore ones will give you complaints. But and you have Andreas, I can't say his name. Let me read it real quick. Sapkowski, yeah. Andreas Sapkowski, The Witcher. He's creating another Witcher. He's doing another Witcher book. Which apparently, I got to finish reading because Master of the TDS said the last book is just balls about talking about a female prison guard farting for like a page.
I was going to say, I heard like the Witcher books do kind of progressively get a little worse and worse.
I do have to say, though, like I said, I appreciate Master of the TDS and his stream with the Writing Raven, because I was watching it and they talked about The Witcher, and the chat commented is like they just stole it from Elric and Melniboné, and I'm like, let me go read Elric and Melniboné. And Elric and Melniboné is awesome. I don't know if you read it yet, but it was really good. Caveat Ty saying, I only thought the first book was any good of the trilogy that is. Now you're talking about the Hunger Games? Because if that's the case, I like the second one better. And the third,
I haven't read them in so long.
I like this.
Catching Fire is probably the best one, but I haven't read
Catching Fire is good. See, the thing is,
what's the second one?
Yeah, Catching Fire is good, but even the last one was good because just a change up of the feel of each book. It was the Hunger Games without being it, right? Like the first one was introducing you to the games and the brutality. The second one was, you didn't know where it was going to go, but just like she brought in the quarter quell and now two champions need to come, and it's like, fuck, they're back in, right? And then like them trying to destroy the system was fun. The third one was fun, and anyone that's only watched the movies loses it all, because the third one was fun because the espionage through the Capitol was the best part. And sitting there, the espionage with the Capitol, and then trying to have Peter consistently try to figure out if his sanity is still there. The real or fake was so big that they didn't really touch on in the movie, but it was such a tense moment every time you thought Peter was going to go off the deep end. And his connection with Katniss just getting so much stronger and proving why she chose him. Like, it really showed why she truly eventually chose him over Gale, having Gale turn into, someone that was an architect of like the murder of, again, I'm spoilers, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. But the murder of, Katniss's sister Primrose. It's like all of that came together in that book, and it was finished really, really well. And just, again, the espionage through the city, I will never forget just reading that, because you felt the intensity and you felt everyone but Katniss wanting to throw Peter to the fucking side, because he was a liability, because if he goes off, he ruins everything. And just her being his rock of real or fake, and just coming back to that. It was so well written. Suzanne Collins is a great writer. It was very well written. So it's like each Hunger Games book was different. And I think that's what I enjoyed about them. They weren't the same while still being the same. So that's people could probably pick them apart and have their issues. And again, I liked the newer two ones. I thought she did a really good job after all these years of, again, recapturing the feeling of that world. When you read it, you dove right back in. You were right back into Panem and everything and going on. It's good. It's good.
I haven't read them in so long. that I can even like.
I
really
do
bring up a
recommend
lot about it.
at this point just audiobook it because sometimes these audiobook reproductions are fucking fantastic.
I have too much shit to read. that's quite honestly. I have too much shit to read that I don't.
Now, do you find yourself having too much shit to read and then just looking at a Clockwork Orange or any of your favorite books and going, "I'm going to read that again"?
I
Like,
actually didn't read a Clockwork Orange while I was supposed to reading it.
I do that sometimes at 1984. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, "I really want to read this." Okay, I'm just going to read 1984 again.
Yeah.
Like, you just find your favorites and you pick them up, or it's like I'll be like, "I want to try this audiobook." Oh, it's Fellowship of the Ring just so happened to start. Like, like you fall into that. No, but it's good. I don't even know how we got here, but I like this tangent.
And caveat side, I've read them. I did like the very end. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, Hunger Games are a very interesting thing, especially because like it's not as big as it was anymore. I feel like it was a product of its time.
Well, they used Rachel Zegler in the movie, and she sucks for the one with snow and everything.
Yeah.
So I need to watch it. I didn't watch it, and like I know like the biggest criticism is like everyone was just kind of have like a normal Southern accent, and she's just like really honking it up, and it's like, come the fuck on, like stop overacting.
That's pretty funny.
The best way to say her, and like I said, like with Snow White, when she was acting, she was overacting. And when she wasn't acting, she just kind of looked like a potato on screen. Like her face made her look like a potato. Like, and with her fucking Farquaad hair. So it's like, that was like, Snow White was terrible. Like, oh my God. Caveat to saying Brave New World's amazing too.
Yeah.
David, you like Fahrenheit 451 a lot.
I love Fahrenheit. I absolutely love Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit's tough because I want to skip the beginning every time because the beginning's so boring. Until they really get into it, like the following of the fucking girl and things like that. It's so boring.
The thing is, the beginning's like boring, but also necessary. You know, at the very beginning of the book with her getting her stomach pumped, and all of that stuff. Like for me, it's a very good setup. And honestly, for me, I really do think that's kind of pushed to the side as a dystopian of like where we're kind of headed to. And
it's so important.
Like it's actually very accurate. It's actually very accurate.
I think you're seeing a combination of the 3 books plus a little bit of the Giver in there, right? Because who's going to keep our technology? Who's going to keep all the knowledge we have now when all knowledge is rentals, right? Because everything digital is a rental. So like the Giver becomes more prevalent because there's going to be one source of our knowledge, and are we going to keep it? Caveat saying Fahrenheit is a bit sloppy plot wise. I mean, that's James Bradbury though. Any of his books are sloppy, and that's just his style of writing. And he's a tough person to read. Bradbury's not an easy read. I will say that he never has. Like none of his books are. But I mean, we're seeing a combination of all of them, right? Like Brave New World, Fahrenheit 451, 1984. We are just seeing a blend of all of them, and it's reality, right? But the funny part is, Dave. We see it. The perpetrators are on the left. The left sees we're the perpetrators. We're seeing the same things, but just putting it upon each other. The only difference is we're right because the bad guys in all those books are collectivists every single time. None of the bad guys in the books are wanting individual liberty. So that is my like not a single one of them are going, hey, the individual is important. Like they're not doing that.
Those books are very interesting, especially with how many different dystopians and shit there is, and just to see which ones came out of it.
Well, I mean,
and how well they did, how much they impacted.
Those are heavy influences on all the current dystopians, right? And I feel like the most recent dystopian that stands out from all of them is Ready Player One. Ready Player One has been the next pillar dystopian, I think, because a lot of people don't like Ready Player 2. I didn't think it was as good at all as Ready Player One. I didn't mind the continuation, but Ready Player One is a current dystopian, right? It's talking and showing about where we could be. Like it definitely touches with the metaverse, and the gaming culture and all that type of stuff. And I think that Ready Player One is like the next big pillar dystopian because it's a warning. It's a warning of people just constantly being in like the metaverse and shit like that. So it's where we're going. It's the next step in transhumanism, which so many have been warning about for so long, but that is what it is. But David, are you struggling with your internet over there? I see you going in and out. Or are you just yawning?
Well, that's me yawning. I didn't know about this. Did you see the Brave New World series on Peacock? Is it new?
Can we go to Criticals? Is it any good?
Mm.
Can we go to Criticals and see if it's any good? That's what I want to know. And caveat, you could tell us if it's any good as well. I'm curious because if it is any good, I'll go watch it because Brave New World is awesome. It sucked. A lot of gender and race swapping. Oh no. So one book I did read, and it's not really dystopian, but it's weird. The Three Body Problem. The book was awesome.
2020. This is this one.
But the Three Body Problem was a really good book, and I know the show was actually decent.
No reviews if it's this one.
Wait.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. It doesn't look good. Just a poster.
It looks like a CW fucking show. Or like ABC Family. Like that's what that fucking looks like. I haven't reviewed it yet. Okay. You'll get to it. When you want to feel pain, you'll get to it. But yeah, no, Dave, did you read or watch The Three Body Problem?
No, I've heard good things.
Good.
Really
good.
I've heard good things.
It's a series. I need to finish the series.
I'm kind of going to go back and reread Chainsaw Man because I have the physical copies of the volumes now. So
I'm jealous. The only manga physical copy is my Rurouni Kenshin right there.
Very nice. I always wanted the big black tomes of Berserk.
Oh,
with the red writing outlines and shit like that. Those I just think are gorgeous.
I might wait for it to finish now that they are dedicated to finishing it, and the writers are into the assistants are in a really good rhythm. Like it's interesting with Berserk because when they first started to write it again and make it, it was really disjointed. The story was very disjointed. It was tough, but now they've kind of gotten into a rhythm. They're feeling out Miura style again, and the story's getting good again. Like they're doing a really nice job, the assistants, and I'm excited to see them finish it because they know how to finish it. They know where it ends. They know how it ends. They know certain plot points and stuff like that. They're doing it well.
Art still is good.
Oh my
God, creative.
The art is gorgeous. Like they are painstakingly taking their time.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like that's what really sets Berserk apart is the art of Berserk.
Give me my one a year. Give me my one a year and I'm happy again. Like, again, I should have known there were signs. Miura gave us like 2, 2, and 3. Like that was in 3 years. We had 7 chapters in 3 years and they were 50 pages apiece. I should have known.
You say that, but like JoJo is the same fucking thing. And it doesn't matter because it's fine. Like I know he's fine.
JoJo's always been disjointed that way. JoJo's always been here's a flurry, here's one, where for a little while after Berserk got out of Jump and was not serialized, and they honestly, I think they started monthly Jump basically because of Miura, because he's like, fuck you, I'm not giving you a weekly. This is too hard. And then at the point, like Jump was just like, give us one when you want, because whenever you do it, we fucking set a record. And once he basically wasn't in Jump, we were getting the one a year because him and his sisters were taking so long to make them perfect. And they were beautiful. And the greatest panels in the history of manga are from Berserk. All of them, period, top to bottom. Like Chainsaw Man has some gorgeous ones and stuff like that, but it's here. You think they picked great actors for leads?
Yeah, for the Brave New World show. Well, I mean,
okay, maybe I'll watch it and just laugh at it.
Well, I mean, like I feel like that's I don't know about saying great actors necessarily, but I would say the right casting for like Superman, like James Gunn's Superman. I think the casting was good.
I still haven't watched it. I gotta watch it.
The rest of it, okay. It's not for me. It's not.
But you know what though? The one thing I do like about James Gunn's Superman, legit people have different opinions, and that's a good thing. That there are
not for the company.
No, but I mean before, not necessarily for the company, but just for the movie itself, right? It wasn't universally panned and it wasn't falsely loved. You have legit people that have differing opinions of, no, this is one of my favorite superhero movies. I thought he did. Oh no, this was okay. And but you know, it's like, so I think that bodes well because here's the thing.
It doesn't. James Gunn's going to be out soon. I hope you know.
DC has been ass, okay? If they gave Snyder as much as they gave him, then they're going to give Gunn, because here's the thing. Snyder needed to put his own cutout to make Justice League watchable.
There's already talk of him. There's already talk of him now because Warner Brothers is going to get bought out by either Paramount or whoever.
Well, that's a different story. When the new guard comes in, they're not going to want to keep the same thing.
Yeah, because it's not making money.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So caveat Ty saying lots of orgies though.
Of course, Hollywood would
Of
focus
course,
on the
Hollywood would focus on orgies. I mean, it's Hollywood, right? Listen, I can't wait until, and this is coming soon, Dave, when all the women that are done ruining our sci-fi fantasy stuff start making romantasy. Like they're already going to start making some romantasy like shows. Like
They're
the
gonna make
fourth
Morning
wing,
Glory Milking Farm.
the fourth wing is getting romantasy. A romantasy series, and it's going to be rated, it has to be rated X because there is so much porn in that fucking book. It's disgusting. It is a good fantasy story with disjointed porn in it. It's
You've
gross.
seen the cover to Morning Glory Milking Farm, right?
No, I don't want to. Don't do it. Don't you dare.
Oh,
Don't you
you're
dare.
gonna
Stop
see
it. Stop it. This isn't an off week. Stop torturing me.
You're gonna get to see it. This will be the last thing.
Yeah, and then we got to go. We're 2 hours deep.
It's
What do
this is something else.
I'm not looking forward to this. Not looking forward to this one bit.
This is not.
This is what they were gonna try and make Blabs and Mally read, or
Yeah.
Blabs and K.
Yeah.
Did they make them read this?
I don't know. I know Arch. Arch read it.
Of course, Arch fucking read it. Arch actually enjoyed it though. That's the difference.
No, he did not. It was torture.
I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe that. Well, Arch is. I don't believe that for a minute that Arch didn't enjoy it. Okay,
He did not. He did not. It's hilarious,
dude. Arch is a fucking brony. Okay, I can't. I judge everything about Arch. We would love to have Arch on the show, but Arch is a brony. Okay.
Oh, that's great, man.
Oh my god. All right, we're gonna get the fuck out of here though.
Yep.
Because we enjoyed our time with SideEFCT. We hung around a little more just to kind of talk about our stuff. Guys, liberal writing, women kill more people than the Minotaurs. Yes, they do. Oh my god. All right. We appreciate everyone for watching out there, wherever you watch from. If you listen later, we appreciate that. Make sure you go do your due diligence. And again, if you're watching on anything but Rumble, at least go make a Rumble account and subscribe to us on there. There may be a time where we have somebody on that gets us kicked off YouTube, or I say or do something fucking stupid that gets us kicked off YouTube. So we want to be able to make sure that we can always still have our audience out there. So if you would be so kind to go, you don't have to watch us there yet, but go make an account. Subscribe to us there. So then at least if you know we're gone here, you can find us there. But all right, caveat guys, thanks for hanging around. We appreciate you. Santos, we appreciate you. I'll say, Nate, we missed you. I know you'll probably listen to this later, but Nate, this might be the first episode in probably a real long time that we haven't seen Nate. Tear. But he'll be back. I know he will. But all right, everyone. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're out of here. Bye, y'all.